Today, we're diving into a story that's all about passion, but also a massive crisis. We're talking about Indian football, a game loved by millions, yet right now, its very foundation is just crumbling.
Just let that sink in for a second. You train your whole life, you make it as a pro, and then, boom, no league to play in. This isn't some crazy hypothetical. For countless footballers across India, this is what's happening right now.
So how does this even happen? I mean, a sport with millions of fans. It should be thriving, right? So in this explainer, we're going to dig in and try to figure out how a game so loved could end up on the brink of collapse.
All right, so let's start with the here and now. What does this chaos actually look like on the ground for players and clubs? Well, to put it simply, the game is basically on pause.
And here's a quick snapshot of the mess. The entire calendar just thrown out the window. Leagues are totally up in the air, matches are delayed with no end in sight, and player contracts are just frozen. If you're an athlete, your career has slammed to a halt.
But here's the thing. These delayed matches, they're not the actual disease. They're just the symptom. The real problem runs much, much deeper. It's a total systemic failure. And to really get what's gone wrong, we kind of have to first look at what a healthy football system is even supposed to look like.
People in the know call it the football ecosystem. The best way to think about it is like a computer's operating system, you know? It's the whole interconnected web of governance, money, and schedules that keeps everything running smoothly. When that OS is working, the sport is great. But when it crashes, well, you get the mess we're seeing in India right now.
So, a healthy system really boils down to three key things. First, you need a clear, predictable calendar so everyone knows what's happening. Second, you need financial stability. Clubs can operate, players get paid on time. And third, you need good, transparent governance making the rules. The disaster in India, it's because all three of these pillars basically crumbled at the same time.
Okay, so we've talked about this system, which can feel a bit abstract. Let's bring this down to the ground level and talk about the real human cost. Because when a system like this breaks, it's the players who get hit first and get hit the hardest.
And this number, it's just brutal. But it's the reality for way too many players right now. 0 matches, 0 paychecks, and maybe worst of all, 0 visibility. I mean, how are you supposed to get your next contract if no one can even see you play? Your career just stops.
And this really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? For us, the fans, football is entertainment. It's a passion. But for the players, this isn't a hobby. It's their job. It's their livelihood. It's how they pay the bills and support their families. For them, it is pure survival.
So what does that survival struggle look like? Well, it means players are going months without a salary. It means contracts are just ripped up with no warning. And the really tragic part, talented players, guys who've dedicated their whole lives to this, are just quietly quitting the sport because there's no other choice.
So to really understand just how bad this is, it helps to get some perspective. Let's put India's fragile system side by side with how things are done in other big football countries.
And yeah, the difference is night and day. In most established leagues around the world, you've got things like player unions and strong regulations. It creates a safety net. So even if things get rocky, the players are protected. In India, that safety net just isn't there. It's like they're walking a tightrope with nothing underneath.
And this isn't just about the players who are professionals today. This chaos casts a really long, dark shadow over the future of the sport. We're talking about a whole generation of young talent that could be lost.
It's like a domino effect, right? The crisis at the top, it doesn't stay at the top. It triggers a collapse at the grassroots level. Youth academies start to struggle. And when a kid looks up and sees no future, no clear path to making it as a pro, why would they keep trying? That motivation just disappears, and that's how you get a lost generation.
So, okay, it's a mess. We get it. The big question is, what now? Where do we go from here? How can Indian football actually rebuild and make sure we're not back in this exact same spot a few years down the line?
Look, there's no quick fix. There's no magic wand here. The only real answer is to go back to basics and build a proper foundation. And it's built on those same 3 pillars we talked about. You need structure, you need stability, and you need a long-term vision. Without that, you're just setting yourself up for the same failure all over again.
And that's really what it all comes down to, isn't it? This is a massive turning point. It's a chance to finally fix the problems that have plagued the sport for years. We know the talent is there. We know the fans are passionate beyond belief. But will the people in charge actually step up and build something that lasts? Or is this crisis just going to be another sad chapter in a long story of mistakes? The entire future of the sport really does hang in the balance.